Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we have a brand new hero, Fimafeng, in the game, and in today's video I am going to do a hero review on her. We're also going to take a look at Fafnir, who I believe is one of the more annoying heroes to go up against in the game right now. So we're going to take a look at his card, and then against my better judgment, I am actually prepared to do 50 pulls in this portal. I've got enough coins for 20 pulls, and then enough gems to do 30 pulls for a 30 times pull. So I'm hoping I don't have to use gems. I really want Fafnir. So if I can get Fafnir in the first 20 pulls, then I am not going to use the gems to do that 30 times pull. I'll save them for something else. I only do like maybe 3 portals a month, and this is going to be one of the big portals that I do this month to try and get Fafnir. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. Alright, so first let's take a look at Fimafeng, who is a brand new hero. Like I said, she is barbarian class, which isn't ideal if you wanted to have her on defense. Personally, I find clerics, monks, and druids to be the best classes for defense, but she will give some extra bleed damage on top of her other stuff. And of course, she is part of the Murkheim realm, where she has an Arctic core, which gets charged each time she gets hit from either normal attacks or special skills. And then when she uses her own special skill, depending on the charge percentage, she could deal up to 338 frost damage and lowers the target's attack by 15% each turn, deals extra damage against heroes with minions or mega minions. And then for her special, she has average speed. She cleanses status ailments from just herself. Her special is called self-preservation after all. It did start with that in beta, although the version that got released today is actually a little bit different and better than the version in beta in regards to the rest of her special. She attacks the target with Frostfall Strike, which deals up to 3,000 damage, deals 40% more damage if the target is of the fire element. This special skill never misses its targets. That, I believe, was actually 2,000 damage in beta, so that is a buff compared to that. And then the next 2 parts only affected her in beta, and now she actually affects all allies, which is very good. She adds a stack at a max of 10 where all allies get plus 5% mana generation, and then adds another stack where all allies get plus 20% defense. So your allies could get up to plus 50% mana generation and up to plus 200% defense. Depending on your play style, that really could help you, or maybe it might not. So personally, I feel like if you are the type of person who plays mono or even 4-1, then that probably is not going to help you, because those battles tend to be much quicker compared to somebody who plays 2-2-1 or 3-2 or some other variation of multiple colors. So I feel like Fimafeng would be more beneficial to someone who plays either 2-2-1, 3-2, or some other variation, or you could also use her on a defense, but you would have to have her at the flank so that she goes off more times. I don't think she's really tank worthy. If she had some sort of healing factor, then maybe, but without that, she's not super useful as a tank because she's just going to die pretty quickly. If you're having trouble with the legendary quests that come out each month, then she could also be useful for that, so you take less damage in those boss battles at the end. And let's take a look at her max stats preview. So her attack goes up to 1771, and then her shield goes up to 1526, and then her health is 3160. And I've mentioned this in previous videos, but these stats are as if you were to follow the talent path all the way to the left. That does include the attack masterclass emblems, so definitely keep that in mind. And then her damage from her Arctic core does go up because of that. When her attack stat goes up, it goes up to 478 frost damage, and that can get even higher. So this is without any troops or anything like that too. I've taken a look at some of the other Untold Tales 2 heroes that have the Arctic core, and their corrosive frost damage gets up to like 650, sometimes even up to 700. And that damages every single turn to all enemies. So that is a lot of damage. And that's one of the big reasons why these heroes are very annoying to go up against. And if it's Fafnir, it's even more annoying. And I'm going to show you why in a moment. But as far as the rest of her hero card, she does have the regen ether power. So at the start of each battle, this hero regenerates 420 health over 6 turns. So that comes out to like 70 health each turn. Overall, I do think that Fimafeng is a very good card. But again, depending on your play style and your roster, she may or may not help you if you play mono or if you play 4-1. I do not think that she's going to be good for you, unfortunately, but I do think that she could be very beneficial for anybody else who plays even 3-2 or 2-2-1 or any other variation. I typically fall into the 3-2 or 2-2-1 play style, so if I could pull her, then that could definitely be good for me. All right, let's go take a look at Fafnir real quick before I do my pulls. So Fafnir is fast mana speed, has a very high attack stat, as you can see, deals the Frostfall Strike to 3 with 2100 damage, dealing 40% more damage if the target is of the fire element. And then all damage the target and nearby enemies receive is increased by plus 35% for 3 turns. The target and nearby enemies reflect status effect buffs to a random character on the opposing team for 3 turns. And then obviously Fafnir has that Arctic Core as well. You can see it says up to 489 frost damage, but again, that gets up to around 650 and I think maybe even closer to 700 depending on your talents and if you've got that legendary matching troop. Combine that with the plus 35% extra damage for 3 turns. 3 of those enemies are gonna get around like 800 to 900 frost damage every single turn because of the increased damage. And that is the biggest reason why Fafnir is so annoying to go up against. Fimafeng that we just looked at is more of a support hero because of the mana generation stacks and the defense stack buff as well. Fafnir is just a straight damage dealer. I would love to pull Fafnir, and here's to hoping that we do. So let's get into my 50 pulls, or hopefully only 20 pulls, but I am prepared, like I said, to do 50 pulls if I do not pull Fafnir with my tokens. There's also quite a few other Untold Tales 2 heroes that I would love to pull. I actually do already have Hogni, and I've got him at level 90 and use him pretty often. He is really awesome. I would love to pull some of these older Untold Tales 2 heroes like Regin. I would definitely love to pull her, or Duelerfuller. Those are probably the top 2 on my list, or maybe even Gander or Ott. I'd probably say those 4 heroes are ones that I would love to pull. I've already pulled Dagger and Hreidmar. They're on my bench right now, getting ready to get leveled up, but I've got some other projects I'm working on. So let's see if I can get lucky and pull one of these Untold Tales 2 heroes. First up, we are going to start off with probably a Helgi, and we got a Hawkmoon, a different 3-star red. I'm also expecting to pull a lot of Helgis in these first 20 pulls. I wouldn't be surprised if I pulled like 8 or 9 as we get a 3-star Ishtak. I will open up all of my chests at the end, and we do get Helgi here on the 3rd pull. Another Helgi, 2 out of 4 pulls. Give me that green background. Fafnir. Ishtak again. If you've already got Fafnir, and we got a 3rd Helgi in a row, or rather, Ishtak before that. 3 out of 6 Helgis. But if you do already have Fafnir, definitely let me know how you like him on offense. Obviously, I've only gone up against him on defense, and he's very annoying to go up against. But would love to hear how he is on offense. I know the Arctic Core charges a little bit differently when you're on offense because they just don't get attacked as often because of the tile damage from when they're on defense. So it seems like the Arctic Core charges super fast when they're on defense, which is very annoying. But it doesn't seem to charge as quickly on offense. At least that's what I've noticed from Hogni and the other Untold Tales 2 heroes that I've got. As we get trolled by a Season 1 classic hero, Isardia. Well, I guess it's better than not getting a 5-star hero. Alright, as we get a Sudri. Jarver. Come on, small giant. Give me Fafnir, please. Another Sudri. We've got 6 more pulls with tokens, and then we're going to go right to that 30 times pull with gems. Again, hopefully I don't have to get there, but it's looking like we probably are. Ulmer. Sudri again. 3 more pulls with tokens. Cyprian. Fura. Last pull with tokens. And we got Fielar. All right, so we did our 20 pulls with tokens, did not get any Untold Tales 2 heroes. So let's go in with our 8,400 gems and see if we can pull Fafnir. And if I could get Fimafeng, I would definitely be happy as well. Here we go. It's not too often I do a 30 times pull. Honestly, I really only do them with those like seasonal events, and not seasonal events, those like quarterly events that come around, like the Black Friday event, the birthday portal, as we get Skady, legendary hero from Valhalla, another troll hero, legendary hero, unfortunately. But I really only do these 30 times pulls with those big events, the birthday portal, Black Friday, and then there's also the harvest portal and the solstice summon, actually, that just came around. Although I didn't do a 30 pull for solstice, I don't think I did anyway. But those are the only types of portals I typically will do a 30 pull. But I really want Fafnir. So come on, small giant. Give me an Untold Tales 2 5-star, please. Not looking good. Another Helgi. I forgot to count how many Helgis I've been getting. If anybody else have been counting, drop a comment below. Couple Season 1 heroes. Skittle Skull. Feel like we're getting toward the end of our 30 pulls. Another Helgi. Florena as a bonus draw, so that's going to be the last one. Well, we got Skady, and then we also got Florena as a 5-star Hero of the Month bonus draw. Not what I was hoping for, especially with a nature legendary hero. I've already pulled Florena this month. Definitely not good from a pull perspective, and I typically don't have the best of luck with pulls on video. I did pull Ceres a couple of months ago on camera during the first time the Gem Summon Challenge came around. But other than that, I feel like I never pull anything good when I do recordings of pulls. Let me know if you were lucky enough to pull one of these Untold Tales 2 heroes. Hopefully your luck was better than mine. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.